In today's video, we will be discussing about the personal construct theory given by George Kelly. The most important aspects were the 11 postulates given by him, as well as the concept of constructive alternatism, etc. Let's look at what the theory was. The personal construct theory states that individuals form their own unique mental frameworks or personal constructs to understand and interpret the world around them. These constructs serve as a tool for individuals to make sense of their observations and experiences. George Kelly also proposed that the process of employing constructs is similar to how a scientist employs a theory. Initially, we hypothesized that a specific construct is applicable to a certain event or situation. Subsequently, we test this hypothesis by applying the construct and making predictions about the expected outcomes. If our predictions align with the actual results, we conclude that the construct is valuable and is that a particular context and retain it for future use as well. So this was a very brief overview of what George Kelly's personal construct theory talks about. Now let's discuss about how George Kelly viewed life as a construct. A construct is a person's unique way of looking at life. An intellectual hypothesizes devised to explain or interpret events. Now, constructive alternativism, the idea that we are free to revise or replace our constructs with alternatives as we need them. For example, if you form a construct for a particular event and you figure out that it's not working out, then you might replace it with another construct and try it again. And if that is working out, that means your hypothesis is passed. So it basically says that we use different methods to solve different events or in different situations, and then we choose the best method which fits and then make that our construct. So constructs are changeable and there could be alternatives which we use instead of one construct. Now, why do sometimes our constructs fail us when we are trying to predict future events? Sometimes we develop impermeable constructs. The word impermeable means which cannot be changed. So an impermeable construct does not easily allow new elements into its existing range of convenience. This drastically limits your abilities to anticipate events, which would make your world feel less predictable and more out of control, because you are rigid about the constructs that are formed and you're not ready to change them. Here are listed the 11 corollaries given by George Kelly, which are also called postulates. Let's look at each of them one by one in detail. The first one is the construction postulate, where a person anticipates events by construing their replications. So they use the same corollary for different events. Individual postulate is where a person differs from each other in their constructions of events, where subjectivity plays a role. The third one is organization postulate. Each person characteristically involves for convenience in anticipating events, a construction system embracing ideal relationship between construct. The fourth one is dichotomy postulate. A person's construction system is composed of finite number of dichotomous constructs. Choice postulate, a person chooses from him or herself that alternate is dichotomized construct through which is anticipated the greater possibility for extension and definition of individual system. Sixth one is range postulate. A construct is convenient for anticipation of finite range of events only. The next one being experience postulate. A person's construction system varies as that person successively construes their replication of events. Next one is modulation postulate. The variation in a person's construction system is limited by the permeability of the constructs within whose range of convenience the variance lies. Next one is fragmentation postulate. A person may successively imply a variety of construction subsystems which are inferentially incompatible with each other. Commonality corollary. To extend that one person employs a construction of experience which is similar to that employed by another, The person's psychological processes are similar to those of other persons. Next is sociality postulate, to extend which a person's constructions processes of another. The person may play a role in the social process involving other person. So this talks about the interplay between two people's postulates and how one person plays another role in another one's social world. To conclude and summarize with, George Kelly's personality theories views human beings as a scientists who are constantly trying to interpret and predict behaviors or predict the environment around them using mental frameworks. And these mental frameworks are known as personal constructs by George Kelly. These personal constructs are dichotomized in nature. It could be good or bad, or something friendly or unfriendly, etc. He also mentioned that these personal constructs are not very rigid as they seem. If one construct is not working out, we can use another construct which works out for the same situation as well. He also said that these personal constructs are very subjective in nature and it's different from person to person, and we frame it based on our personal experience. So to conclude with, George Kelly's personal construct theory is a cornerstone of personality theory as a whole, which clubs personality theory with the cognitive processes as well. So that's the end of the video. Thank you.